Hi there, my name is Samuel, and today we shall be taking a look at the 70654 Dieselnaut, which does contain 1,179 pieces and does also contain 7 minifigures. And you have the half statue figure, which never actually includes, of course, which did originally retail back in 2018. Can you believe it? For £90, $110 and 99 euros, so that's 100 euros. And as you can see, you have a pretty awesome minifigures. It comes with the exclusive Young Woo, but then actually he did come in a magazine in England here and in other parts of Europe. But yeah, if you do go on to enjoy it, if you do, remember to leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Without further ado, let's take a look at the minifigures and the builder set itself. So taking a look at Zane, Jay, and Young Teenage Woo, you can see that, of course, they have their weapons, which honestly, the weapons aren't accurate. Again, I know I keep saying it, but it kind of bugs me. There you can see Jade, and there you can see he has another one, which I most probably will never put back on him unless, actually, no, I've done all the Hunted sets now for Hunted, so that'd be awesome. Still got to do the Titan Wave, but it's not from Hunted, so I don't need their weapons. And Zane, you can see he has the bow and arrow, which honestly, it's just got so many marks on it. They get damaged so easy, which then taking a look at their printing, honestly, it looks really awesome. And as I've said before, with these Hunted outfits, I just think their detailing is just so good for them, which honestly is great to see. So if we quickly scoot on down to see Zane, there you can see what he looks like with his printing and all of the chains and shackles, which is cool, and his face print. And then there you can see him on the back printing, which is pretty awesome. And then moving over to Jay, you can see he has quite a lot of rips and just marks, which honestly is great. And these are basically the same outfits as their season, or what was it, season 8 outfits from Sons of Garmadon, but the only difference is that they're all tattered. There you can see that, which is really awesome. And there you can see his back printing, and there you can see his face printing, which he looks not that happy. Then he looks really happy here. And then my favorite minifigure of this one, which honestly, this makes the set already worth it to me. You can see we have Master Wu here in his teenage form, with you got some chains and some ripped outfit. And yeah, honestly, I think it's great. Like, honestly, the detailing is not too much, but it's simple but effective. As I said, you got the chains, and then the face print is really awesome. I hope we do get another Teenage Woo. It would be really awesome. Which then, taking a look at Iron Baron and Heavy Metal, here you can see what they look like, which they are pretty awesome minifigures, as I've said before. There you can see the firstborn head on there, which is pretty awesome. And then taking a look at Iron Baron, you can see he has the knife in the front and the top hat. And again, guys, the peg leg is on the wrong version, on the wrong side, sorry. But again, the reason is because when you have a look at the show, Lego actually gave Iron Baron in the sets with the wrong leg. There you can see that. And I have to admit, I think this is actually one of the most disappointing figures, even though it's great. Is like some of the villains I don't think have been done that well. Aspira's Tau, definitely that should be a new mold. Zane's helmet should be a new mold. And here, this hand should be a new mold as well, that has like the normal hand clip that goes into the minifigure. I definitely think that is something that I really feel like they've dropped the ball. But thankfully they picked it up through Unagami. He turned out really well. And then again, actually, looking at the Skull Sorcerer, I think they've dropped the ball again a little bit. So it's really disappointing with that. But there you can see the printing, and you've got that mold, which is pretty cool. But then taking a look at Heavy Metal, there you can see what she looks like, which is pretty cool. AKA Faith, which is pretty awesome. You can see we have this weapon there. And there, if we take off the hat, you can see the printing, which honestly is really good. And again, guys, the clouds have just gone in. The issue with making videos, right, for some reason, when the clouds go in, it just, honestly, you can see that I really hope I should be able to sort it in the editing, but it seems like it's going a little bit yellow, which honestly it does my head in. But there you can see Heavy Metals printing, which is pretty awesome. Then on the left, you can see Skullbreaker, and on the right is Muzzle, which is pretty cool. I have to admit, I do like the fact they've at least given them some variation. They used a ninja half mask for that, which is pretty awesome. And then you can see Heavy Metals printing that I just showed you. It's literally just the same, so there's no point to show you it. But the only difference is that the head print, the face print, sorry, that they have used is different, of course. And that is the same for both of them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, those are those minifigures. Now let's take a look at this little shrine. Then here you can see the shrine, which honestly it looks really awesome. You can see we have this printed shield element, which honestly I really like the look of that. And then moving this onto the back, you can see we have the armor and just some rockery detailing, which is pretty awesome. And it has all of the dragon armor, which technically you could suit Wu up like this, but of course he doesn't have the other. But it's still at least a compromise if you didn't get the big set. which honestly, if you like this set, you most probably would like the big set. I would say, honestly, it's such a good set. But yeah, there you can see that, which is really awesome. No face printing or anything like that. But yeah, there is the little statue, which is pretty awesome. So taking a look at the Dieselnaut here, you can see it's just honestly such a humongous set. It's really hard to get it in like the whole shot of this video, but I of course have managed to get it in there just about at an angle. But starting off at the front left, you can see that there is this absolutely massive tire track, which honestly looks really awesome. I have to admit, I like the spikes coming out, and you can just see it goes round. Of course, it has the rubber parts to give it the friction and grip, which is really needed. Doesn't move too much because I've got quite a glossy desk, so that is why it doesn't do that. But there you can see the inside of it, which is pretty awesome. You have the spikes, and yes, that does look a bit dusty, honestly. These are a pain to dust, really. The best thing would be just to pull them off and put them in a sink or something like that. But then here you can see we have some details there, which look pretty awesome, I have to admit. I do like the detailing on this. There's quite a lot just everywhere. Then backing this up here, you can see we got some more detailing at the front, which honestly is pretty awesome. You can just see the thing about this set, it's got so much detail, and that's what I think just makes it so good. Then moving it around here, you can see the front of it, which honestly is really hard to fit like lengthways. There you can see what it looks like, which honestly it looks so awesome. Just the way it's kind of just, I don't know, you just see all the details and all the weapons. It just looks quite menacing. Here you can see the front, which honestly is really cool. And this can like bump in, but it doesn't do anything. I've had a look at the manual. This literally does not do anything. So yeah, that honestly is quite silly that just doesn't do anything. There you can see that, which is pretty awesome. You can see there is a fan at the front, which is pretty cool. Here you can see we have this canopy area, which is pretty awesome. And I seriously have got to get onto Lego customer service. I have mostly waited too long. This sticker, it's just been peeling literally since day one. I don't remember if I messed it up, and that's the reason. But you can see it just looks quite bad. But anyway, it looks a great sticker, to be honest. It's not a bad sticker. It's just that the fact it's kind of ruined is more my issue with it. But there you can see that, which is pretty awesome, I have to admit. I do like the look of that sticker. And then you can see we have these tire tracks again, which is pretty awesome. You can see just all the detailing just in and around all of the wheels, which is honestly so good to see. You can see it have these massive wheels, and oops, it looks like the tire is popping out. Wow, I did not realize that. But there you can see that the tires sort of do deform over time. And here you can see this little harpoon area, which is pretty cool. And the thing I love about the Dieselnaut, right, it's just the fact that it's got so many just little bits to it, if that makes sense. Like, just so many little, what do you call it? Just little weapons and stuff like that, I guess, which sort of adds the Dragon Hunter feel to it. There you can see we have the figure there, I believe. Oh, actually, not. I think it's muzzle, is it? I believe so. And then anyway, taking him off, you can see that it has the spring-loaded shooter and the spike harpoon part at the front, which is pretty awesome. It has the steps going up there and this blank wall, which honestly doesn't look bad. Then moving up here, you can see we have that printed element, which honestly I really like that printed element that you can, well, see my hand in the reflection. But anyway, then you can see we have this big tire at the back, which again is pretty awesome. I do like the look of that. And then moving this down, here you can see that, which honestly is really cool. I really like the look of this, and this is actually quite a major part of the episode, sort of where Cole contacts the ninja and like, hey, yeah, we're gonna break you out, that sort of discussion. So it's quite a major point. You can see how it is attached. It goes through the Technic holes, which honestly is really cool. And in 2021, we're actually getting the ones of that shape. So I think that actually could work well. It'd be a bit harder to get off, but at least it'd be more firm. But yeah, you can see we have this, which I will take a look at that in a minute. But the issue with this, right, is that when you put it on, there is a little gap, which is quite annoying. There is a little gap, which, to be honest, it's a little bit annoying that there's a gap, because you can sort of push it in, right? It's fine. It just needed something just to kind of clip on. What they could have done, right, with one of these, they could have added a clip with the 2 bars at the end, and maybe added it to the seat or something. Just something like that, I think, really would have worked well. Then taking a look at the back, if we move that down, which is on the hinge ratchet joints, which is pretty interesting that they've done it that way. Here you can see you have quite a lot of cogs for where that moves around, which I'll show you that in a minute. And what you can do, you can literally just slide this whole bench out, which is pretty cool. And if we quickly just move that along without trashing too much, you can see that there, which is pretty cool. On hinges, so you can just simply just move it out, which that's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. But honestly, I don't know, like, it looks good, But did we really need it? Like, there's a whole mechanism, if you actually look inside of the show, where the whole thing kind of just opens, the whole thing opens up down the middle and just separates, which is really awesome. Yeah, I just removed that just to put it back to my custom. I think I gave that to Zane. But anyway, there you can see that, which is pretty awesome. And of course, the way you put it in, you have these clips at the end. And if you want to have a look inside of there, you can see all of the technique, which is pretty awesome, I have to admit. It's cool you get to get a bit more of a glimpse of it. And then you simply put it in. You can see it is on the hinges. You have to press these down. Make sure they are down. They can rise up a little bit. And so that is one thing. You have to try to get it in there. It's all got to be perfectly lined up. That is fine. You do that. And then, of course, you add the cage back there. But we'll take a look at that in a minute. And then moving around here, you can see we have this back area with this crane, which looks pretty cool, I have to admit. You've got this ladder. I don't exactly see why the ladder's here. I guess maybe to go up there. But then you can see we have this hook, which is pretty cool. And you can use that cog to move it up and down. Which the idea of this is that you can sort of just grab the armor, if that really makes sense, which you honestly don't. And then you can just lift it up, which is cool, but it's a bit heavy, so and it doesn't have the best grip. So it's not the best feature, but still, it works really well. And yeah, that is basically the all of that, the lower level of the Dieselnaut. So let's put you on the stand and show you the interior, sort of interior. It's a bit weird. Taking a look at a higher angle here, you can see we have these lights and these rounded elements and these teeth piece, which if we lift these up, you can see the stickers, which look pretty awesome, I have to admit. I like the look of the stickers, but you do get a lot of dust at the edge there, which can be a pain. But yeah, that looks pretty cool, I have to admit. It does look okay. And then you can simply just move this down. And the idea of moving these down is so you can sort of have a cage or anything really. It doesn't exactly specify what you can use those for. But yeah, it's pretty cool, I have to admit. I do like the look of that. And then you can see we have these lights, which are pretty awesome. So that looks pretty cool. You can see in there that is like a gap, which honestly, the more I think about this set, really should have had the dividing feature. Like this feature, yeah, it's cool and all, but the dividing feature is way more important because it's well, for story at least. You can see we have that there, and then you can see we have these two stickers there, which are pretty cool looking, simple but effective. Then you can see we have the big harpoon at the top of this, which looks pretty awesome there. You can see the harpoon, which is pretty awesome, I have to admit. I do like the look of that. I generally see up a dragon hunter up there, because I have to admit that looks pretty cool. You can see that. You can see it looks like a bit of a crossbow as well. But yeah, honestly, I think that looks really awesome. You can sort of move it a little bit, not too much. I guess you could on the ratchet joint, but it's meant to be more fixed. But yeah, honestly, it looks really cool with the seat and everything like that. So that is a pretty cool thing. And you can see when we move this, it moves it like that. There you can see a bone and a bit more detailing. And then you can see this, which I'll explain. I'll show you that feature in detail in a minute. But if we simply move those up, you can see that sticker, which is pretty cool. But the issue with the big stickers on this set, I don't know. Maybe I got a 40 sticker pack. All of them just don't seem the best quality. The more I look at all of the stickers on the set, the more I definitely think that for those. So as you can see, what you do with that, you can simply move it. If we move the camera back, you can, and then show you that, you can see that you simply just do that a 360 each way, which is pretty awesome. So that is all of that up there, and then you can see there are engines in here, but the idea isn't really for these to be opened up. I guess you could, if, I don't know, you was playing with it and the Ninja were, I don't know, trying to nick the engine for the bounty, like they did with the land bounty, when they had to try and fix the element of it in the when there's going to meet clutch powers. But yeah, there you can see that does open up, and looking inside, you can see that there is only one seat, which honestly is kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. And there's literally no panel, nothing. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that they have got like that. You can see, and they can't even see out really. If we just see a figure in there, you can see that they just can't see out. So yeah, it's definitely not been the best in there. But yeah, there you can see that, which isn't too bad. And then putting that back, we will. But yeah, that is the Dieselnaut. And here you can see the cage. I thought I'd just show you it here so it's a bit more focused on this and not having the set. Because as you can see, lately all of the bigger sets have been trashing my display. It's actually a bit of a pain. For some reason, I don't know what it is as such. But yeah, all the sets have just been quite awkwardly shaped and they actually just destroy everything. I think for some reviews I may have to just start emptying the back, but that is completely fine. But anyway, there you can see that, which we have that sticker of like that. I used to think it was a ball or something like that, but it's literally just a dragon, firstborn, I would say. And taking a look inside, you can see those panels, which were first introduced with the target cubes, I believe, which are so annoying. Like, I've got to really find a way to get a hold of them. I know they're old, but anyway, they're set up, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, that is basically that. You know how I showed you how it went on. But yeah, that is the little cage, which is pretty awesome. So there we have it. I hope you did enjoy this review. And yeah, I've only got the Titan mech, which I nearly did forget about, to review that. Overall, I think is a really awesome set. I really like it. Again, I say messy. There's so much detail and things to show. It's just like the best way of showing them. But yeah, honestly, I think it's great. Master Wu is so my favourite one. The young Wu figure is honestly really awesome. But yeah, that is what I think of this set, guys. I hope you did enjoy this review. And if you've got any thoughts and comments on this set, leave them in the comment section down below. And until tomorrow's video, I'll see you there. Bye for now.